Spider Ice is trying to throw a really hot fight, along with finding and stealing whole gold and silver treasure for ship Black Whale. The Chrollo Lucilfer. The owner ordered the Spider Ice to bring him Hisoka's head. It sounds like you're ignoring Mao, but Hisoka deserves it. And the Spider Ice will overturn this entire ship to find the head of a dead man. He died with spiders. It's also known as the world's most notorious criminal group, and no one can stop them. Simply when they showed up on the Black Whale, it's enough to threaten anyone here. And everything related to the journey to the 6 Blacklands, it's ours. This video is the 5th in a series, Hunter x Hunter anime manga official, so you won't be surprised when the series comes back. Around the end of this year, I heard that the author wrote up to 20 chapters. And I'll put the playlist of this series in the description. For your convenience, follow. And you should see the previous episodes to understand more about the content of the video. Today, after Chrollo killed Hisoka in the Arena of Heaven, he summoned Spider Ice to break into the Black Whale ship. Where his plan is going, it's stealing the treasures of the Kakin Empire. There were 2 members of the gang. I couldn't get on this ship. I was killed by a dead man. 2 more specifically, Hisoka reincarnated killing. This action, of course, Hisoka has angered the Spider Ice, and that's why the Spider Ice guards. She's on the 5th floor of the ship, Black Whale, or it is also known as a place to live. Of all the poor people on board, the state owner Chrollo had a meeting with the Meiji. Both of you are very angry with your actions. Hisoka was so strong that the Meiji wanted to kill Hisoka himself. Chrollo said no. The law of Spider Ice, that all members are equal in rights, and the disputes always solved by flipping a coin. However, in this case, every member of the Spider Gang wants to kill Hisoka. That means we're going to need a coin with 10 faces to do things the traditional way. It looks like my Chi have a deeper personal relationship with Hisoka than most other members of the Ice. I don't know if they have a relationship, have feelings for each other or not. If so, it would be a drama. Because on one side is love, one side is the team. It's the family of the remaining members of the Spider Ice have reunited around the lunch table of the 5th floor residential area. They introduced a new member. He is also a member of the Jodak family, Illumi, and according to his word, Hisoka has asked Illumi to participate in the Spider Ice, where Illumi takes the number 11 spot. That drug figure belongs to Yuvojin. But Illumi, he is not the only member of the Joker family. There's another member of the Spider Ice, Chrollo. And you can remember or you can't. But the dynamics of Chrollo, when I joined Spider-Man, I wanted to save my brother. We still don't know which brother he is. And what's the point of joining the Spider Ice? But I can say that Chrollo is the only one of the Ice. There was no goal to kill Hisoka. This isn't the first time Chrollo has worked with Illumi. Illumi used to be Chrollo, hired to kill 10 elders in the city. New Rock, is this really Illumi or not? That's the problem. It could be Hisoka in his disguise. Look very carefully at Kiryu's brother, because he's acting very unusual, and Hisoka's new afterlife abilities maybe will allow him to mimic the bodies of others. It's kind of like how Illumi's Kim let him turn into Hisoka. In part in New Rock City, the Spiders gang meeting was interrupted by the Mafia to smash the special lunch table, and this is where things start to get complicated. These guys are members of the Charles family, one of the 3 Mafia gangs, and control the 3rd stage of the 4-year Black Whale, and they're world-famous criminals. Of course, it was a crime. Then they'll all recognize the members of the Spider Ice. But it's more important, everyone knows they're a threat. After a short conversation with Chrollo, old man with pink flower tattoo on his face, I call it that because I don't know the name, he became terrified that Spider Ice didn't matter. It's about following the unwritten rules of thought. Spider Ice doesn't even try to hide their gas, and that threatens a very fragile balance of this whole ship. Chrollo, after the chat, decided to stop fighting the Mafia and said they'd come back. More specifically, he wants to throw a party, but without cake. Instead, he wants Hisoka's head and put it in the middle of the table just now. And from there the Spider Ice dispersed into 5 distinct groups. Each team has the same mission to find and kill Hisoka, and the first group is the group of Chrollos. Shizuku and Bono want to team up with the boss, because their mental abilities are not suitable for dealing with Hisoka's Bon Shigum. Chrollo agreed on the condition that he be allowed to kill Hisoka, not the other AI in the group. In fact, both Shizuku and Bono, they all have a plan disguised to find Hisoka. Shizuku will probably pretend to be someone else. Bono can transform, depending on the conditions, that can be transformed into anything. However, he was afraid that I myself have no mind strategies to take advantage of it reasonably. Shizuku also asked for the fortune teller Chrollo to give them back. It's like what he did in York. It's quite shocking though, when Chrollo reveals that the Ghost Rider ability has disappeared from his Skill Hunter's book. It basically confirms that somehow Neon Strat is dead. Shizuku even joked that Kuru's Skill Hunter book, it's like a death note. Because recently, all the people who are likely to be in that book are all dead. Shanik Kotopi, leader of the Ice South City, and now even Neon. Then there's Phantom Troupe and Finks. Although individually each of them are extremely confident in their ability to kill, they want to work together to make sure that Hisoka didn't have a chance. Let everything go smoothly. Nobunaga and Fan need to use their weapons, something that's been checked in a warehouse, to be able to set foot on the ship. So they went to the warehouse. This is where things get out of control. Immediately, all three become entangled in a conflict between the three mafia families. It's Charles, the operator who's on the 5th floor, and representatives of the Lee family, has be a level command authority too. I have to explain this to you very briefly about these three mafia families. Every family is directly connected with one of the princes of Kakin. These families are led by those who cannot succeed in the royal family. For example, the sheriff family and the CEO. It's led by an onion called an onion, and a broccoli. They were the half-brothers of King Nasubi, or eggplant in Japanese. That's why they have these scars on their faces. Two-scar system used to mark the anonymity of that AAS own language. Meanwhile, the Haley family, to be led by one of the Vanasubi's older animal daughters, is Morena Bruto. Morena is a terrible person, although before that I said that the goal of these three families is to maintain balance. But Morena's real goal is, it's about destroying everyone and everything in the world. And she also has the ability to remember. Show is very scary. It's called infection. That means she can infect 22 people to take part in a fun mindfulness game and game. It's related to murder. Whenever an infected member kills someone, they will level up. And after reaching level 20, they'll have their own unique ability to think. And if they get to level 100, or kill 100 people, it allows them to infect 20 to more people. It's like Morena. Basically, it's a quick way to build an army. Back to the Spider Ice. They met a man called a member of the Hella family, are so hungry for promotion that have the ability to remember yourself according to its own style of displacement. That means at the time he showed up, he's killed at least 20 people. Too much while you're investigating. 3 young men of Spider Ice caught by Kwang, young father of Charterhouse. Both groups came to the conclusion, and the result is Finks's group formed a temporary alliance with the Charter family. But Kwang's young father is also a rather sinister man. He thinks that Spider Ice is a risk factor that needs to be eliminated. And not only that, Onion and Broccoli also decided that to ensure the balance, they have to find Hisoka before Spider Ice could do that. In the meantime, another group of Spider Ice is Ilumi and Chrollo. I somehow managed to get to the 3rd floor. They are then stopped and interrogated by Maizai Storm, a member of 12. He thinks the Spider Ice might be seeking revenge on the Kurapika, and now Midori Storm is struggling with that decision. Let Kurapika know or not, because from his point of view, Kurapika's life could have become very dangerous. I was caught up in a war for succession, and whether or not Kurapika really needs to know more. Right then, Kaluto and Ilumi was confined to special zones on the 3rd floor, and Ilumi specifically asked for a room with a shower. However, this request should have come out of Hisoka's mouth. Is Ilumi the disguised Hisoka? And Franklin? He did nothing but sit patiently. He knew that Hisoka was also trying to slaughter the Spider Ice. So Franklin, it doesn't matter who finds who first. It's the only member of the Spider Ice that we don't know yet. The name is Maki. I heard that in the beginning. Togashi planned for Maki to die after the battle between Hisoka and Chrollo, but for an unknown reason, that Togashi felt compelled to leave Maki alive. And beyond Chrollo, Maki is definitely a member. There's the most ground in this war. Out. There's also a suspicious absentee on board. He's also looking for a way to the 6 black holes, along with his longtime rival Jing, which we'll explore in the next video.